Good evening. Welcome to Kansas City, Kansas Community College with SHUKC with the first annual SHUKC Call Valley versus Kansas City Atchison League All-Star Game. This is Vernon Birmingham here this evening, joined with, we have Jarius Jones as well as Cameron Smith, two veteran announcers here within the KCAL School District who's going to join us this evening with our commentary. Welcome, fellas.
Thank you so much. We're glad to be here.
So what do you guys think? You guys have spent time the last couple of years broadcasting some games to actually have an all-star game here at KCK. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm so excited to be here. I'm so glad to see these guys who worked so hard over the years. I mean, we've seen them grow, guys like DeAndre King, from when he started playing his sophomore year, getting some PT, and now here he is, his senior year, going to come out here and put on a show. It's just great to see. I mean, it's great for our city, and it's great for both leagues, actually. I echo exactly what you say, Cameron. This right here is an exciting event to be in the backyard of our schools, Kansas City, Kansas. It allows us to showcase some of the best and brightest talent here in Kansas City, Kansas. We've been able to see it all season. We've been able to see the talent for a number of years. Now we have an opportunity to express it to Kansas City, Kansas. So I'm excited. I thank you, Vernon, for the work that you've done, the work that David Brox has done, and for the various others who are really making this happen, Todd Henderson and the production company. So I'm really excited for a game on a nice spring Friday where we get a chance to see basketball. It's getting ready to heat up in here.
And it should be fun. So again, thank you for tuning in this evening, SHUKC TV, and we will be back right after this for our opening tip.
Introductions for our starting players. Right now we're having introductions for the KCAL Senior All-Stars. We have Anna Deegan representing Bonner Springs, Haley Hoffine from Bonner Springs, Jennifer Whitledge from Tonganoxie, who we saw put up big numbers in the sub-state matchup out in Tonganoxie. We have Tanner Tripp from Mill Valley, Stephanie Lichnotter from Mill Valley, Maddie Walker from Tonganoxie, deep threat from Bayshore Linwood, Jamie Johnson, who will also see in the three-point shootout, Connor Shriver from Piper, Turner, McKenna Morton, who's also a very good track athlete for Turner, and rounding off the start, not the starters, but the roster for Call Valley, we have Morgan Brahman. It looks like now we're going to have the KCAL Senior All-Stars. So Nysa Scott from Schlegel High School. We have Madison Sanders from Atchison. Allison Weber from Atchison. Akila Wells, Washington High School. Taj Bremer, Sumner Academy. Jamie Reddick from Sumner Academy. Tia Campbell from Schlegel. Chelsea Hooks from Washington. And also from Sumner Academy, will be wearing number 23, Jenica Burgess. So these are the lineups for the first annual KVL versus KCAL Sports Highlights Unlimited KC All-Star Game, brought to you by David Brox himself. A lot of effort from David Brox to get this event going. It's a passion for his to get the, try to get recognition, Jarius, for the students in Wyandotte County and the surrounding areas. So often it just seems that our athletes are slighted with recognition. So David, instead of continuing to complain about it, said, let's do something about it.
And that's what you have to do in any type of situation. You can complain all day, every year, but when you roll up your sleeves and do something to correct the issue, it means something. To be able to see the balance of players from the variety of schools is really something. This is Good Friday. We're in the thick of Sweet 16. University of Kansas is playing tonight, but we have an excellent crowd for a warm, early spring day to be able to see the best talent in Kansas City, Kansas, and we're so proud. I'm proud to be a part of this inaugural event, and I can tell that the parents, the community, they're excited. It just has a nice buzz, and you know what? You look at this in a year or two, we may have to move it to a different venue. So I'm excited about that.
It should be fun. These young ladies have an opportunity to play their last high school basketball game in an all-star game for their efforts that they put on this season. So it should be a lot of fun. We have some guys at stripes this evening. Try not too hard to give them a hard time, since this is an all-star game. We'll be easy on them. but it should be a lot of fun. We have David Brox, who's going to be coaching the Call Valley team. Then we have, our man.
Coaching basketball, high school athletics extraordinaire.
Moses Wyatt.
There we go.
Just kind of lost my train of thought for a second. That's going to happen often this evening.
Well,
Moses Wyatt is going to coach the KCAL, both the girls and the boys teams. We're going to have Cameron Smith joining us also throughout, going around getting some interviews and some reaction from the crowd. So, should be a good evening.
Well, we're just moments away from tip-off.
So our starters, looks like for Call Valley, Connor Shriver, Deegan Hoffine.
That tip was won by the KCAL All-Stars, number 3.
So bear with us this evening, trying to keep track with getting a chance to watch these young ladies.
First shot was put up on the game by Jamie Reddick from Sumner Academy.
And this is the All-Star game, so the motto is you're going to have to get yours off the boards. Shots will be going up and going up often.
Looks like they awarded her with just 2, but it's actually 3 points. I think they're making the correction. That was Anna Deegan who put up her own 3, rebounded by the KVL.
Rebound there, Allison Weber from Atchison.
That shot was missed by Tanner Tripp. Vernon, I guess we can go without saying that they haven't had a lot of time to practice together.
Yeah, they were able to have I know they had a couple of practices this week.
Once again, Jamie Reddick with the follow-up underneath the basket. KCAL is off to a 5-point lead.
Jamie Reddick with the early case for All-Star MVP.
Brother Birmingham, we've got quite a bit of time left.
Haley Hoffine with the turnover, the pressure defense from the KCAL All-Stars. David Brox's team is a little shook right now.
We're just glad he's not within earshot of that. Tia Campbell from F.L. Schlegel High School just controlled that.
Oh, got Whitledge getting on the floor in an All-Star game. So Jenny Whitledge, we got a chance to see her have a huge 2-game stretch in the Tonganoxie Sub-State, led her team to a state.
Ball was stolen.
Berth. And one for Anna Deegan on the layup.
That started with great defense. Tanner Tripp was not to be denied on that inbounds and just simply took it away.
Ball kind of went out of bounds over here, but this is an all-star game. We're not going to get every call, and hopefully the players realize that early. Anna Deegan to the line. Senior from, they're all seniors, but Bonner Springs was one of their leaders this year. Last year led them to a berth in the state championship and just came up short this year. Coming off this season, coming off an ACL injury last year, so had a great senior season. So we have Campbell here. Screen set by Bremer. Quick hands there. Jamie Johnson brings the ball up court. A little hesitate and go. Shot short. Looks like we're going to have a push and foul. So again, thank you for joining us this evening. We're going to hopefully we'll catch on here shortly, but different numbers for a lot of the athletes that we've seen this year. So we'll do our best to kind of keep it going.
Looks like that first personal foul was called on Taj Bremer.
Stephanie Littenhauer for 3, deep. All-star game, you can put it up for wherever you want.
Just like that, we're tied at 5. Under 15 minutes to go. Ball was saved by Tia Campbell.
A 2-man game interrupted there by Hoffine. Johnson to Deegan. And we've got a foul call. Another good thing about an All-Star game, the clock doesn't stop.
That's wonderful. Nysa Scottus will be checking in after this first free throw.
So Anna Deegan's going to go to the free throw line again. nice crowd here this evening at Kansas City, Kansas Community College. School's done a lot of work on their campus here. New track, new soccer facility, new baseball stadium. So they're doing a great job here of, we get a lot of students in the area attending school here. So for them putting the resources into the school has been great.
Also, many of our students are taking dual credits within the high schools and are completing a lot of their prerequisite courses through the community college, and so it's really nice to be able to have this game here. And you're right, it looks beautiful out there. The new facilities, the new softball field as well on the south end of the campus. So it's really a phenomenal venue.
So you see the KVL stand in their man-to-man household subs. Just going to check in here for the KVL. Jenny Whitledge on the break, a little pull-up, money. And that's a shot she hit numerous times in the sub-state. One of the better girls players we had the chance to see this year. Also a very good volleyball player.
Well, that was a really nice fundamental layup or pull-up. Foul is called. Nysa Scott will be shooting 2. That foul was called on Jennifer Whitledge, KVL.
That's her first personal. First team at the line shooting 2 shots. Number 2, Nysa Scott.
Looks like after this first shot, we have number 10, Maddie Walker, coming in for Tonganoxie. We also have Jamie Johnson from Baser. Morgan Bramo from Lansing. Tanner Tripp is checking back in to the game, so mass substitutions.
All right, so second free throw here. It looks like we have 2 number 32s for Call Valley, so I'm going to try to do a job of keeping that straight, but missed free throw. And here we're going to have here shortly an interview with Washington boys head coach Eric King, who led his team to a KCAL championship this year. So that'll be coming up here shortly.
The KVL number 21, Jamie Johnson. That's her first personal. Second, team foul. Timeout. KCAL.
All right, so we have a timeout here on the floor. And a timeout here on the floor, so we can go to our interview now with Coach King.
How you doing? We're here with Coach King, the great Coach King. I mean, you all had a great season this year. Could you sum it up for us in a few words?
Yeah, thank you. We did a hell of a job. My guys went undefeated. They won league. We won a Leavenworth tournament this year. We lost to a great Mill Valley team at Mill Valley in the sub-state. But my guys, they played hard, man. It's a great group of seniors that I had. They're all getting scholarships. They're all graduating at the top of their classes. So I'm very, very pleased with this group of fellas.
It's always a plus. You do a lot of great things with the guys. You got a few guys out here tonight. Who you got here with us tonight, Coach?
I got my son, obviously DeAndre is playing. James Jopper, my big boy in the middle, was playing. And then my slasher, Cameron Allen, who's a great shooter too, playing. So I have 3 of them playing. So I'm very, very pleased that these young men were picked, and thanks for all you guys do.
Most definitely. What do you think this means to not only Wyandotte County but both leagues? What can you say about how much this means and what we're starting here tonight?
For one, it's great for the kids because they get exposure. You have a lot of coaches here in the building and things, and then they seeing that their hard work pays off. All the work that they put in, going to class every day and listening to their coaches and their parents and the people that care about them. It's all paying off and it's coming to fruition for them. So it's wonderful. This is great for the league, both leagues. Great for it.
Most definitely. Well, me being a former Wildcat, I'm definitely proud to be standing here. One of the best Wildcat coaches to ever be here. We just thank you for giving us this time, and we're going to go ahead and get back to the game.
For real, thank you, and thank you guys for everything you do. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
And we just
All right, so that was Coach Eric King of Washington High School. Again, great year by Coach King and his senior-led squad. So back to this ball game, looks like we now have a 10-9 lead here.
Three-point basket was just off the mark for Allison Weber, but rebounded by KCAL number 40,
Got a block there. So you know, try to keep up here, Jarius. So we have 2 32s and 2 number 1s.
We'll get it figured out.
So the good thing is I know who Hoffine is. So it looks like this is McKenna Mortal for Turner. Like I said, I believe she's actually a really good either long jumper or hurdler for the Lady Bears track and field program. A couple of subs here for the KCAL team.
That last personal foul was called against Taj Bremer. One could say that looked like a clean block, but as you said, we will not complain. It's an all-star game as Hallie Hoffine sinks both free throws. Stretches the lead out to 3, 12-9. Nysa Scott drives to the hole and was just short. The pass was interrupted by Janika Burgess, and she has the ball, takes it down the court for the KCAL.
Little take to the basket, their offensive rebound.
Just off the mark for Nysa Scott. Looks like KCAL will retain possession. Just under 11 minutes remaining in the first half.
If you're just joining us, welcome again to the first annual SHUKC All-Star Game hosted by David Brox. Here we have the senior All-Stars from the Call Valley and KCAL team battling off here. And McWardle with the runner, the one-hand runner. She has that in her arsenal. Crowd starting to fill in here.
There's actually a considerable line still at the door, and this is great.
No. And you know, even when David put this kind of idea together, he was like, "I'm going all in." No, we had a lot of sponsors end up stepping up, but he was going to do this with or without, you know, help from others. He was going to put his own resources into this because, you know, of his passion for the Kansas City, Kansas community. So, you know, big ups to David. Household subs coming in again. Todd Henderson and his team partnered this year, able to wholesale check in, corrected by our producers in the truck. Who keeps us on our game. As I was just mentioning, you know, the production team with Hindu Productions has been wonderful this year. And able to come out again for this all-star game. Whitledge misses the bunny there. Well, you know, we want to talk about our sponsors a little bit later, but just, you know, we have Instant Replay of KC, Amazing Smiles of Kansas City, Preferred Physical Therapy. Athletic training has been provided by Student Athlete Foundation of Kansas. David Pierce, American Family Insurance. Caldwell Bank, Bach Academy Child Care. Whitledge with the follow-up left-hand layup.
Cleaning up the garbage.
16-9 now, the KVL.
That ball was called out against KCAL. Looks like Nysa Scott is not able to walk the tightrope of the baseline. KVL will control.
There it is.
Three-point basket.
Tanner Tripp had to figure out which 32 it was. The Bonner trap. A little physical for an all-star game here. Both teams getting on the floor. Cobb Valley's up to a 10-point lead. Well, Coach Brox, calling him Coach Brox for some reason now, but Coach Brox, wholesale changes, keeping the team fresh.
Inadvertent foul, pretty heavy foul, but Everyone seems to be okay.
Nigel Scott with the offensive push-off foul here in the All-Star game.
It may be an
shot there. David Brock calling out instructions.
Vernon, it may be an all-star game, but it's pretty physical, and the defense has been stepped up throughout. Although the score reflects different with the KVL having a 10-point lead.
No, it's 3. Stephanie Lichenauer.
Beautiful arc.
Second 3 of this ball game for her, and though many thought the KVL had the advantage in this ball game, and right now they're showing that they. But you know, we look at the KVL team. We have numerous players who's participated in state tournaments. So with the ladies from Bonner, the Tonganoxie crew, and not only that, but with these ladies having to play each other all the time, it makes it for good competition. A little short on the layup.
Nice, and Scott comes away with the rebound, stealing it.
Just making sure.
So Scott pulls it out here. Another deflection there by Hoffine. Oh, cookies. David Bronson yelling for the tie-up situation. But looks like we're going to.
Yeah, Coach Allen from Sumner. Sumner girls head coach.
So we're going to go now to Coach Allen with Cameron Smith.
All right, here we are with Coach Allen, another pillar in the KCK Basketball League. Coach, how you feel about this tonight?
I'm really excited. I think this is an excellent thing that SHUKC and David Brox is doing. It's been a long time coming. So I'm really excited to see our girls out there playing and enjoying themselves.
Yeah, you got a few young ladies out there yourself. You want to say anything about them here tonight?
Well, I got Jamie Reddick. She was kind of miss everything for me. Point guard, post player, rebounder, scorer. And I got Taj Bremer, who was a pillar in the post for me. And then I got Janika Burgess, who's also a point guard for me.
Yeah, well, here in the last few years, we've seen KCK basketball just go to a super high level. I mean, this is actually the first year in the last 5 years that we haven't had a guys team in the state finals. You guys your ladies did an excellent job the last few years. What can you say about what it's been that's just had basketball explode in KCK here the last few years?
Well, I think the kids are starting to get a little bit more serious about basketball, as well as, coaches investing a little bit more time in trying to get their programs to be successful. We want to compete with the suburban schools as well as the rural area schools. So it's our job to get the girls and boys ready, and the coaches are doing a pretty good job of trying to do that. But you got to give God credit to the kids, because they are out there on the circuit playing as many games as they possibly can and getting in the gym, putting that extra time in. And as we saw over the last few years, Sumner Academy's been able to win state. Washington's been able to represent state and finish runner-up. So we've had, and even Harmon, my alma mater, and they made a good run. So I just hope that the younger kids continue to build on that.
Well, we thank you a lot, Coach, for your time. Just glad to see you out here tonight supporting the game and supporting your girls. And it's just another step towards what we're trying to build here.
Keep up the good work. Appreciate it.
Most definitely. Thanks. Have a good one.
All right, so that was Coach Torrance Allen of Sumner. We're going to go to a commercial break.
I wonder if there's some way they can alert, because I don't know if they're picking up when he picks up that thing and starts talking. You know what I mean?
We need to let them know. All right, and we're back here at Kansas City Community College for the first annual SHUKC All-Star Game, where right now the Call Valley team has jumped out to a 22-10 lead. Three-pointers going down for the squad, but there's a two-point basket there.
Beautiful basket by Taj Bremer. Nice turnaround. Tipped out. Ball goes back to the KCAL. 22-12. Just at about 5 minutes left in the first half.
Burgess with the Bonner trap. Wholesale substitutions.
Vernon, I heard Coach Allen talk about the talent in Kansas City, Kansas, and I think that we cannot ignore that many of our young people are getting their starts in middle school, at the middle school level, and many of our coaches are starting to talk to the young people, young men, young ladies, at those levels. So our middle schools have been preparing them.
Well, we talked, at our girls basketball media day this year. We had an opportunity to talk to the coaches. KCK basketball is getting better, but we still have strides to be made. So we kind of chatted around, what's going on, what is the difference? And remember Coach Allen kind of brought up as well as some of the other coaches, but it's getting going in middle school, and that's not early enough. When you look at your Bonner Springs and your Basers, those kids are starting to play together in elementary school. So we have to find a way to find a greater emphasis to get these kids involved earlier, but not only getting them involved, but learning the fundamentals.
Absolutely.
That's one of the things coaches have kind of mentioned. They're getting these players, but a lot of them are lacking, fundamentals. So hopefully, good shot there by.
This shot was put up by Akila Wells from Washington High School. Nice basket. Lead is down to 8.
So if you're just joining us, this evening we're going to have a 3-point competition from the girls and boys, as well as a dunk contest. Features some high risers, so I'm going to have to get my pick in early for who I think is going to get it done. But it's going to. We have some guys who can get up a little bit.
Absolutely.
So KCAL is trying to dip into this lead. Turnover there.
Nice steal. That was a steal by Allison Weber.
Some Madison Sanders there with the turnover. So, the KCAL has had a couple opportunities here to knock this lead down even more. A couple of turnovers has kind of made it difficult. There's another one there from the KVL All-Star squad. Jamie Reddick's going to return to the ball game. So Coach Wyatt's doing more of a substitution method where he's just kind of a player here and there, while Coach Brock is switching out the whole 5 at one time.
And I think the ultimate goal is for everyone to have an opportunity to play. They're on this team, they're worthy of it for sure.
Nice little 2-man game there by the teammates from Sumner Academy.
Number 3 looked almost like she walked several steps as Taj Bremer demonstrates. Haley may have gotten away with one, but that's okay.
Hey, all-star game. That's the line I'm going to stick with tonight.
This crowd really it continues to grow, and I'm really, really happy to see this. There was a steal there.
Reddick with the steal. Nice little reach around there. Cookies. As Mr. Brooks would say, he's not on here, so I have to kind of use his catchphrase, cookies.
Cookies. Seems like they have pretty decent trap defense. They were able to break that.
Nice little backdoor.
Basket good by Mortel.
McKenna Mortel, who's had a big game this evening. We got a timeout here. See if we can. All right, so timeout here. We're going to go to a commercial. We'll be right back after this. Every time I go here to see if I have messages, I gotta block this part to make sure I don't. All right, we are back here at Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Get a shot there of the Call Valley League All-Star bench, coached by SHUKC's own David Brooks. So it looks like we're gonna get ready for the 3-point contest here shortly. We got under a minute to go now in the half. No. Whitlich there. Little over and back call. Getting all the calls tonight in the All-Star game. I might have to talk to the officials at halftime, let them know All-Star game, you have to let some things go here and there. So 10-point lead here for Kaw Valley. There's the trap. David Brox is trying to bring out his Louisville pressure.
Whatever it is, it's excellent because that's a nice tip out by Whitledge from Tonganoxie. The ball is still controlled by KCAL, but they're having a tough time getting that over the timeline.
Got 15 seconds to go here in the half. There's another steal there. 2-on-2 break. Oh, nice. Well, I guess the whole thing about letting them play came out that time, so.
Timeout's called with 2.1 seconds.
Who called that timeout? The Kaw Valley?
I believe that was.
Guess they're trying to get a last possession here before the half. Got our camera crew out here with a look into the, see if we can get a look into the Kaw Valley huddle right now. Got to zoom in there on the Coach David Brox. Coach, right now there we go. So Coach Brox is trying to coach him up there.
I see that vein on his neck.
Play.
I see that vein on his neck. It's telling me he's very intense on this.
Got my daughter out there recruiting now, pulling some cords this evening for the broadcast. Might have to buy her dinner now. I told her she had to spend her own money originally, but now I might have to go ahead and get her a nacho. Here's the last inbounds play, and it's good. Coach Brox, I think he's coaching it up here with a little 2-second
strategy
play here. So at the half, we had the Kaw Valley All-Stars 27, KCAL 14. And we're going to go to break.
And welcome back to the inaugural annual All-Star Game hosted by David Brox, SHUKC 2013, the KVL League versus the KCAL. I am joined here with Vernon Birmingham. I'm Jarius Jones, and we are getting ready for second half action. Currently, the KVL leads 27-14. Possession of the ball to start the second half will be KCAL. Ball was tipped by number 32 initially. Controlled by Madison Sanders. Nysa Scott takes the ball around the corner.
See Whitledge with the hops there as she tried to block that shot. Rebound there from a young lady from Washington High School, Akila Wales.
Wales was determined to make sure that went in. 27-16. Just a little bit over 17 minutes. That was a turnover.
(27-16), still by Whitledge. Easy two. So the pressure, the Kaw Valley team again, turning turnovers into offense.
Ball was almost turned over by Janika.
David Brox with the pressure defense. Trying to get his first ever coaching win. Three-pointer.
Personal foul was against Jamie Reddick.
Nice pump fake there. Take to the basket. Number 32. Tanner Tripp, our three-point winner, said I can get buckets down low as well. I'm an equal opportunity scorer.
Reddick wanted to get in the action with the three-point attempt. It was just off. Tanner thought about it.
Cobb Valley team, you see them little player control foul there for Anna Deegan.
That's going to be on the Cobb Valley League, number 2, Anna Deegan. That's her first personal.
Little trap, Cobb Valley trap. That timeout by Moses Wyatt, trying to find his way out the trap. So 31-19 lead here for Cobb Valley. The clock, what's the clock stop for? Clock stopping in the second half, I take it.
Maybe the clock stops during timeouts.
Oh yeah, it is a timeout, right? Kind of lost my train of thought there for a second.
A little over 15 minutes remaining in this competition. KCAL is leading 31-19.
Nice crowd in the building. Kansas City, Kansas Community College Fieldhouse. Home of the Blue Devils and not Duke. Inbounds to Reddick. Three-point shot goes up there. Reddick with the rebound. Goes up, misses. Whitlich with the defensive rebound, gets it out to Hotfine. Hotfine goes up court, drives, kicks out to the corner. Missed shot there by Tripp.
Ball seems to be tipped out by
Wholesale.
Whitlich.
In the words of Mark Snyder, wholesale substitutions.
See the Schlegel High School basketball coach entering the arena, Peyton Leslie, in his first year as the boys head basketball coach at FL Schlegel High School, our alma mater.
Offensive rebound. So the KCAL is doing a good job of getting some offensive boards, but they're having difficulty turning those boards into points. They're able to knock down a few of those, they can get back into this ball game.
Ball will stay with KVL.
Still got the crowd coming in. This dunk contest is going to be coming up shortly. Nice block there.
Blocked
2
by
blocks.
Wells.
Block after block, having a block party.
She is.
On Good Friday.
Ball stays with KVL. KCAL is seeking to pick up the defense. Personal foul was called against Allison Weber of Atchison.
Can you foul out in an all-star game? Is that possible?
I think it is possible.
I guess it better be. Everybody should start hacking away.
Absolutely. That first basket was hit by Haley. Misses the second. Ball was tipped out by the other 32, Connor Shriver of Piper. Ball's going back to KCAL.
Burgess brings the ball up court. David Brox is really going deep into the defensive playbook with a little 1-3-1 press. What's up with this press in the All-Star game? David Brox.
Personal foul. It's called against Shriver, number 32. Allison Weber misses the front end of 2 free throws.
we go. The clock is going now. Got it. Seeing assistant coach there for the KCAL team. Don't quite have a name on it, but Burgess with the runner, rebound by Maddie Walker from Tonganoxie, brings the ball up court. Nice ball fake there.
Almost a stutter step.
Missed shot there by
nice rebound. Nice rebound by Wells. Horrible pass.
Still there by McKenna Mortal, or Mortel, however you say it. Hack on the arm. A lot of hacking going on in this All-Star game. Second free throw's good there for McKenna from Turner High School. Jamie Reddick there with the ball, spin move, step back jumper short. Jamie Johnson picks up the loose ball.
Seems to be periodic stops of the clock. Have it going again.
Nice pass there.
Excellent pass.
To Morgan Brommel. I'll mess up some names tonight. Anyway, 2 points. And the lead is almost up to 20. Once we get up to 20, we actually take 5 minutes off the clock.
Well, the one thing that I'm liking, I'm seeing the young men on the other side waiting for their game to begin. And a lot of them have competed over the last several years against each other throughout middle school, high school, maybe summer leagues. And they're all getting along, having fun as they prepare to take on both leagues, KVL, KCAL.
Nice little short hook there by Morgan Rommel from Lansing. And the lead is to 19. One more point, and we take, it's like the old MTV rock and shot games. We make up rules. We're going to take 5 minutes off the clock.
Right now, KVL has them doubled up.
Jamie Reddick with the shot. She scored a bucket and said, let me out.
That foul's going to be against Wells. And shooting foul. 2 shots, and there'll be another mass entry of substitutes.
Substitutions for both teams. Now under 10 minutes. And the clock continues to run. In the first annual SHUKC Sports Highlights Unlimited 2013 All-Star Game, brought to you and hosted by David Brox.
Last substitution going in was Anna Deegan in for the shooter.
He put on his coaching hat this evening, trying to get his first ever coaching victory. It looks like he's well on his way as his KVL team has a big lead. Jamie Whitledge with the crossover dribble turnover.
Tia Campbell's come into the game and she's some fresh legs. Number 21 also for the KCAL, Chelsea Hooks, has entered the game. She attempts a 3, just off the mark.
Just long. Rebound. Nice use of the ball fake there by number 44, Stephanie Lynch-Nauer.
That's a jump ball. I believe that's going to stay with the KVL.
Lynch-Nauer maybe. Like I said, I'm going to mess some games up. Got Coach Peyton Leslie from Schlegel sitting here behind us. Long time
classmate and friend. Three-point basket. That was
number
good
32.
by Tanner.
Tanner Tripp still getting buckets. She's trying to go home with more hardware this evening. 42-21 now for the Call Valley League All-Stars. Coached by David Brox. So again, first annual All-Star game, and to have the first annual All-Star game and see this type of turnout, support for the community it's huge. It just means something we can continue to grow on here at SHUKC and Hindu Productions.
For sure. And I believe one of the main modes of getting the word out was through social media. Facebook,
Twitter.
That's right, emails.
Didn't have to spend a lot of money on advertisements. And that's the thing, you know, in the age where you're dealing with a lot of high school students, just takes a few of them to get it up and get it out. And people start showing up. And considering, again, this crowd, considering what's at stake with KU basketball, to still make it out here tonight. Again, we won't be announcing any scores this evening, even though Jairus keeps trying. Because we know people are wanting to go home and watch it on the DVR.
And we're looking at the crowd as we search on the west side of the arena. Very nice looking crowd on both sides, actually. Yeah, I'm trying not to announce it because I already know by the time that this reaches the broadcast, the Jayhawks will be in the Final Four.
By the time it reaches the broadcast, it's just skipping past the Elite Eight.
Yeah, there we go.
KCAL, number 23, Janina Burgess, that's her second person. 16.
So just under 6 to go now.
Once again, KBL has doubled up KCAL. Thought there was a travel there.
All right, so Anna Diggin there went to the basket, a little hard foul, so we're going to actually go to Cameron
we're
Smith.
Here tonight. We got Lucas and Evan representing for Lansing, looks like. Okay, how do you guys feel to be out here tonight?
It's just a great experience to be out here. You know, a lot of fun. We're just out here trying to have fun. That's about it.
It's an honor to get to come out here and get to shoot in the three-point contest in front of everyone. So.
Yeah, you guys were in the three-point contest, and you tell me you made it to the second round. How was it, and what did you score the first round?
I had 14, but it was a little shaky coming out to start because we were coming out cold.
Yeah.
But as soon as I got through it a little bit, I started getting my form back. And
okay.
Yeah, like Lucas said, I mean, we only had 5 minutes to warm up, and then we got out there, and it was just coming out cold, but I had 10 of them, so it was good enough to get to the second round. So,
okay, so you guys are going to be ready to go in the second round, right? Yeah. Are you going to try to bring it home for Lansing?
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Okay, well, we're most definitely. We're glad to have these guys. It's a great game, and we're going to go ahead and send it back to our guys over at the table. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. So those are our guys from Lansing. I'm going to pick on them a little bit. Don't be telling me about 5-minute warm-up. Shooters don't need to warm up. They just get out there and let it loose. True shooters
and
just let it loose, Jarius.
And you and I know this from experience, don't we?
True shooters, soon they enter the gym, they're loose.
There you go.
So I'm not buying it. Shooters shoot. So
KBL has definitely looked impressive tonight. That shot was missed by Tia Campbell. As you see, KBL with Mortel controlling off number 10. There we go. That basket is good by Shriver from Piper High School. That ball was thrown out of bounds by Burgess. Attempted to get the ball to Madison Sanders. A little over 3 minutes to go. KBL leads it 45-22. Looks like there's going to be a foul called on Burgess. Attempted to steal the ball. In case you're joining us, this is the inaugural All-Star game hosted by David Brox, the KVL versus KCAL SHUKC 2013 game here at the Kansas City, Kansas Community College in their field house.
Jamie Johnson, base from Linwood, senior, to the free throw line. Just under 3 to go in this KVL victory.
Reddick turned the ball over in transition. Johnson thought about it, pulled the trigger.
Jamie Reddick, get yours off the board, KCAL. All right, down to 2 minutes to go. Jamie Johnson said, I'm going to pull it. We saw a game earlier this year where she knocked down, I want to say, 7 or 8 three-pointers in a ball game. All right, minute and 20 seconds to go in this game. KVAL 48, KCAL 22. Anna Deegan with the drive there.
The ladies are definitely playing with intensity, although it's not really a match at this point in time.
Another player control foul from Deegan.
Vernon, I'm expecting that boys game to possibly be a little bit closer.
It better be. Missing some Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Matter of fact, it better go to triple overtime. All-star triple overtime, first annual game.
Let's not wish that.
Heck no. So, trying to figure out who should be the MVP of this ball game. It's kind of hard to tell in the All-Star game, and the numbers could be skewed a little bit. I kind of went and checked out the scorebook, and with 2 number 32s and 2 number 1s, it made it difficult, but we'll see here shortly. I might just draw a name out the hat.
It's been no doubt that Tripp has definitely contributed throughout the game. So
yeah, Tripp had a couple of threes. I think Jenny Whitledge ended up with probably a double-double. So I might be leaning towards Jenny Whitledge going off the numbers. So we'll see here shortly. David Brox is 1-0 as a head coach. He should retire now.
This was a great game. It's good to see the sportsmanship between the young ladies. We came out to have fun.
All right, we're going to go to an interview. What a great game from the girls here tonight. First off, I'm here with Calvin Johnson and Roy Clater. They're representing for Piper and Lansing, and they're happy to be here tonight. Tell us a little bit about how you feel about this game.
I'm just pretty excited to get out and show the community what we can do and all. That's pretty much it. Pretty packed house. We appreciate everybody coming out, and I just want to give them a good show.
Most definitely. And you're in the dunk contest, I understand, correct? What are you going to do tonight?
Well, I mean, it's about a couple minutes away, and I don't have nothing yet, so whatever just comes to mind in the next minute.
Are you going to put on a show?
Yes, show will be put on.
All right, that'll work. And in the game, how are you feeling tonight? What are you going to give them in the game tonight?
We just trying to get buckets.
Yeah. I like that answer, buckets. All right. Well, we thank you guys for being out here tonight. We're going to send it back to Jarius and Vernon at this time. Have a good time.
Thank you, Cameron, and we're back. We've just ended the first ever girls basketball game. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we return, we will be ready for the starting lineup of the boys half of this competition. You are watching the SHUKC 2013 All-Star Game, KVL versus KCAL. We'll be right back after this quick message. Okay, cool.